The problem the NPP had in AKWATIA was that if Kennedy Japan is coming over to campaign, he's coming with his people. You might not see a Miracles Abuaje in the Kennedy Japan team that is coming to AKWATIA. If Dr. Bawumia is coming to AKWATIA to campaign, and apparently from what I'm hearing, there was arrangement by the National Executive that what time does Dr. Bawumia want to come? What time is Kennedy Japan coming? What time is Brian Achampong coming? So that they'll make arrangements for it. And all of them go and address portions of the constituency where they feel that the demographics will favor the message of one candidate or the other. In fact, some of the candidates for the NPP presidential aspirants did not even go to AKWATIA. Kwabena Japan, for instance, was not seen in AKWATIA. The presidential candidates and their inner circles were also making a calculation that going to spend time and money in AKWATIA to elect a parliamentary candidate who may not necessarily change much with the situation in parliament, and going to delegates to spend time and money with them, which may occasion votes for our tickets in January, most of them were choosing the latter, which is that they wanted to go and spend time and money with delegates who they can secure to work for them. So a by-election coming in at that time was going to be quite difficult for the NDC, especially for the NPP, especially quite when you are in opposition and the government is probably stronger, a new government with goodwill and all of that. It was naturally going to be difficult. I recognize this as the most important reason that may occasion the NPP's defeat. And eventually when the defeat came, I thought I was right in recognizing that this was going to be a problem. Now, since the events, you've seen social media, people saying that the candidate was wrong. The choice of candidate was wrong. The candidate should have been Amase, but they didn't use Amase because he's a Kennedy Japan fan. Or they didn't use Amase because he's a Brian Achampong person. These comments are coming out. Right. So that then reflects clearly that the timing was very difficult and complicated for the NPP to mount a formidable campaign to defeat the NDC.
So then do you think that this brings to the fore the whole argument about the timing of the election of a new leader for the party? I mean, you know, in fact, you mentioned that in your commentary, that when the whole issue about electing a standard bearer for the party in January 2026 came up, there were those who were against it and there were those who were for it. So if, assuming that the party had elected its leader even before the end of the year, you believe the story would have been different? Or if AKWATIA had happened next year, for instance?
Well, I don't know whether the story would be different or not. Every election, as we keep saying, is different. But the NPP would have had, they would have had the togetherness to create a formidable situation. If they had a presidential candidate, say Dr. Bawumia was a presidential candidate, and he's coming with everybody. Everybody's on board. Everybody is working. If Kennedy Japan is a presidential candidate, he's coming with everybody. Everybody's working. But if Dr. Bawumia has to come and leave, and then Kennedy Japan's people have to come as if they were going to file their nominations, you are naturally going to have a difficulty.